who are all here just as support for our children in our future. I really don't know what else I could really say that Duetta didn't say, or Yvonne didn't say, or the parent before me didn't say. However, everyone has a story to tell. So I will share a little bit of who I am and why I'm here today. About 15 or 16 years ago, my teenage daughter was pregnant. At the time, I was a full-time employee at the United States Post Office, and with the situation, my daughter having a child at that time, it wasn't like CCIS like it is now, or Department of Public Welfare. We didn't know anything about those services, and she didn't qualify for any of those. So in my search for a child care for my grandson, the places that I would go to that was affordable was like, oh wow, I can't leave my child here. Because every place you go and you want to leave your child, you should be a place that you would want to be at for a whole day. And then the other centers that I'd gone to that I really loved and was like, wow, I wish you could go here, it was just too affordable. It was just too expensive. I couldn't afford it. So what it did was tell me, you know what, there's a need for parents that can't afford expensive daycare but want quality. So that encouraged me to stay home. I first started off staying home with my grandson, and upon me staying home, I had this epiphany. Fatima, why don't you just quit your job, go back to school, and open up a daycare? And when I went to my family about it, they were not interested in supporting me. They was like, you work at the post office, you make good money, you have a retirement, why would you leave that job to take care of some children? My husband said, how are you going to pay bills with that kind of money, taking care of someone's children? I was like, oh, okay. So I had to go inside myself and have faith in myself that I could do it. I ended up quitting my job at the post office, enrolling into CCP, started taking classes. I had been out of school for 18 years. That was a challenge for me. And I started opening the doors to my neighbors and friends, telling them I was taking care of children. And within 2 years' time, I had over 20 children. And within 2 years' time, I was moving into another building. And within 2 years' time, I was receiving my degree from CCP for early childhood education. And within 2 years' time, I was learning about child care and learning about the different places that were willing to give you help and to support you. So with all that being said, it is a process. We all have to have faith in ourselves. We all have to have faith in the children. We all have to look and learn. We all need to look around and discover what early child education is about. We need to take the time to educate our parents, because our parents don't know what quality care is. So it's more than an advocacy for the funding for parents, it's the advocacy for the parents. How do we encourage and how do we educate our parents on what quality education is? Because you're right, if a parent comes into a building and it looks pretty, it has toys, the walls are painted bright, they feel like, oh, this is a wonderful place and they must be doing wonderful things with these children. But if you educate your parents and you educate parents, period, about what quality is and what to look for and how it should be, and are they assessing their children, and how do you know what quantifies this program as quality? Because a lot of people say, oh, my program is quality, but what's qualifying it? What is quantifying your program? Do you have any stars? Are you accredited? Who is telling you you're quality? Are you filling out your own report card? Because from what I heard, you can't do that. How are you going to fill out your own report card? Oh, we do this good, we do this well, we do this excellent. No. Someone coming into your program is quantifying your program. I became a part of the Keystone Stars, I'm going to say like 6 years ago. And I have grown through and gone through Star 1, Star 2. I hit a bump. It was difficult to get to Star 3. It meant I had to do more paperwork. My teachers needed more education. I needed more money. I needed more support. I was introduced to a program called Success by 6, which is funded through the United Way of Greater Philadelphia. And this Success by 6 program, they funded me They gave me money to help me get the things and the products and the materials that I needed. They sent technical assistants and to work with my teachers to give them the tools that they needed to help them learn how to do the jobs that they were already doing. So, and through this encouragement, through the support of Success by 6, I was granted my 3rd star last year this time. So now I'm a star 3 program, moving towards star 4. As a matter of fact, my TA is right here, Miss Joanne LaCorte. She's the best. So I'm going to say, with learning that, we have to support not just the children. Children need to be funded. Programs need to be funded. Teachers need to be funded. How can you have teachers working all day and don't have health care? How do I feel like my staff member, I have these stars, I have a quality program, and my teacher come to me, Miss Fatima, I got to go because they cut my food stamps off, or because they cut off my welfare, my health care for my child. These things cost money. You should be able to afford to pay them enough where they don't have to depend on these things. It's called being self-sufficient. Instead of just saying they have a job, how about having a career? We want them to be professionals. We have to treat them and compensate them as professionals. So there's not more, it's many levels and many layers to educating our children. It's giving them teachers who can support themselves. It's giving them teachers who are not just surviving, but are supportive enough to come to work every day to give them the attention that they need because they're not worried about their own problems. So it's not just giving programs money, it's not just supporting, it's not just quality care, it's about supporting people, it's about supporting teachers, it's about uplifting families. So we can't just stop at supporting children and having a quality program. Quality people, we're for quality people, we're for a quality society. Helping these people become self-sufficient, helping them get off of welfare and stay off of welfare, giving them a reason to come to work, feeling like they're happy and proud to be there, letting them know that there is pride in their job, that it's not just a place to come to for 8 hours, but it's a career because you're forming minds and you're helping to develop the future. So we want to say to early childhood education, to the teachers, to the advocates, to the directors, to the owners, find quality, invest in people, invest in your children, and invest in your teachers, and you'll have a good outcome.
Thank you, Fatima.